Imagine you're walking into a sprawling manufacturing plant, right? You open up a massive industrial control panel and you take a look at the wiring. You'd quickly notice that the process sensors, we're talking things like pressure transmitters, flow meters, temperature probes, almost always communicate using a 4 to 20 milliamp current loop rather than a 0 to 10 volt voltage signal. I mean, it is literally everywhere. So this brings us to a really fascinating mystery. Why current instead of voltage? At first glance, measuring voltage just seems so much simpler, doesn't it? It's exactly what we learn in elementary science class. You just measure the electrical pressure between 2 points. So why on earth has this 4 to 20 milliamp current standard remained the universal, undisputed backbone of industrial automation for over 50 years? Well, to understand why, we really have to look at the environment. Picture a typical factory floor. It is sprawling, it is deafeningly loud, and it is electromagnetically chaotic. You might have a pressure sensor in a chemical plant trying to send a vital process reading, say 500 feet across a super noisy facility, to a programmable logic controller, or PLC. In this explainer, I'm going to show you how a few fundamental rules of basic physics completely solve some massive, potentially catastrophic industrial problems. Okay, let's dive right into this. Relying on voltage in an industrial setting actually introduces 3 fatal flaws: distance, noise, and fault detection. To truly appreciate the sheer brilliance of the current loop, we first need to understand exactly why a 0 to 10 volt signal fails so spectacularly on a factory floor. Flaw number 1, voltage drop over long wire runs. So copper wire is an amazing conductor, for sure, but it isn't perfect. It has internal resistance. When you're sending a 0 to 10 volt signal over, let's say, 1,000 feet of copper wire, that wire has a resistance of about 25 ohms. And because of Ohm's law, this acts as a voltage divider against the high impedance PLC input. A perfect 10.0 volt signal sent by your sensor arrives at the controller as 9.4 volts. That is a 0.6 volt loss. That means your whole system is acting on false data. And the crazy part is, that error only gets worse as wire length or ambient temperature changes. All right, moving on to flaw number 2, electromagnetic interference, or EMI. As if the distance issue wasn't bad enough, a factory floor is essentially a giant magnetic storm. You've got massive 3-phase motors, variable frequency drives, and heavy machinery constantly cycling on and off. The physics problem here is noise sensitivity. You see, voltage inputs on a PLC have very high impedance, typically somewhere between 100 kiloohms and 1 megaohm. Because almost zero current flows into a high impedance input, the signal wire effectively turns into a giant antenna. Stray electromagnetic noise from those nearby motors can effortlessly jump right onto the wire. This causes the digital meters to jump erratically, violently fluctuating between, say, 4.2 volts and 6.8 volts. You simply cannot run a safe process with bouncing numbers. And that brings us to flaw number 3, the dead zero ambiguity. Now, this isn't just about bad data. This is a serious life or safety scenario. In a standard 0 to 10 volt system, 0 volts perfectly represents a 0% process reading. For example, if you're measuring a large chemical storage tank, 0 volts tells the computer, hey, the tank is completely empty. But here is the critical question. What happens if a forklift accidentally snaps the signal wire? Or what if the sensor loses power? Or a terminal just rusts completely through? The controller still reads 0 volts. It cannot distinguish between a perfectly empty tank and a catastrophic system failure. This creates a terrifying blind spot where your safety systems are completely unaware that they've essentially lost their eyes. So, the crucial point is, how do we actually solve this? Well, we turn to the absolute laws of physics. Enter our hero, Kirchhoff's current law. This fundamental law states that the electric current flowing through a closed series loop is identical at every single point in the circuit. Whether your wire is 10 feet long or 2,000 feet long, if the sensor regulates the current to exactly 12.00 milliamps, the controller on the exact opposite end will measure exactly 12.00 milliamps. The resistance of the wire simply does not affect the signal accuracy. Physics guarantees it. Physics also solves our safety problem through something called a live zero. Instead of 0 representing the very bottom of our scale, the current loop maps a 0% process reading to 4 milliamps and 100% to 20 milliamps. Why? Because if a wire snaps, the physical current drops immediately to 0 milliamps. Since 0 is below the valid 4 milliamp baseline, the computer instantly knows the wire is broken and triggers a massive fault alarm, shutting down the equipment safely. It goes from a dangerous ambiguity to an active, fail-safe architecture. Now, what about the electromagnetic noise from those giant factory motors? Well, current loops are low impedance circuits. Because current is being actively and forcefully driven through the loop, the stray electromagnetic noise flying through the air simply lacks the raw electrical power to alter the current level. It's kind of like trying to blow a bowling ball off course with a drinking straw. It turns out physics is actually on our side for once. The low impedance provides absolutely exceptional noise immunity. To see how this looks in the real world, let's quickly jump into the anatomy of the hardware. A standard loop has three simple components. First, a 24-volt DC power supply to provide the driving force. Second, a transmitter, which is the sensor, acting as a variable current regulator, restricting the flow between 4 and 20 milliamps based on whatever is happening in the physical environment. And third, the receiver, which is usually your PLC analog input card. But wait, we hit a slight technical hurdle here. The microcontrollers inside modern PLCs cannot actually measure current directly. They are literally designed to measure voltage. So how on earth does a digital PLC read our perfectly stable 4 to 20 milliamp current signal? And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer elegance of Ohm's law. We bridge the gap back to voltage using a single, high-precision 250 ohm resistor placed right across the input terminals of the PLC. Because voltage equals current times resistance, 4 milliamps times 250 ohms equals exactly 1.0 volts, 12 milliamps becomes 3.0 volts, and 20 milliamps becomes 5.0 volts. This simple little resistor effortlessly converts our robust current loop into a stable 1 to 5 volt signal that the computer's internal chips can read perfectly. When you're out on a job site, you'll generally encounter two field wiring configurations: 2-wire systems and 4-wire systems. It's actually really important to know the difference because it dictates how you wire up these brilliant little physics engines. The sheer engineering genius of the 2-wire or loop-powered system is that the sensor uses only 2 wires total. How is that possible? Well, because that minimum 4 milliamp live zero we talked about, that standby current, is actually hijacked by the transmitter to power its own internal electronics. It is incredibly efficient. Now, for heavy-duty sensors like massive magnetic flow meters, they require a 4-wire system because they need separate, dedicated power lines to function while outputting the current signal on a totally separate, isolated pair. Okay, let's pull all of this together. By moving from voltage to current, industry completely eliminated distance loss thanks to Kirchhoff's law. It gained excellent EMI noise immunity due to low impedance physics. It solved the dead zero safety hazard by implementing a 4 milliamp live zero that instantly detects broken wires. And it achieved incredible wiring efficiency. It's truly amazing how a 50-year-old analog standard remains completely unbeatable in our hyper-digital age. It really leaves us with a provocative thought. Where else in the modern world does basic, fundamental physics so elegantly solve complex digital problems? The 4 to 20 milliamp loop proves that sometimes the most sophisticated failsafes aren't found in a software update, they are written right into the laws of nature.